live session with Joshua Mba. So let's share other persons can join in as well. Welcome everyone. If you're joining us, thank you so much. Those that will watch later, thank you so much. Please let's share the video, let's share the link so that other persons can join in. I am so excited about this live session. I am so excited because I have long waited to invite Joshua to my channel. He is a young successful person that has made impact in the digital world, and I'm so excited that he's going to be joining us live today, and I hope you're excited about it too. So share the link, let your friends join. It's this year, it's going to be a wonderful year if we understand how to get extraordinary vision and how to achieve those visions. So let's join in, let's share the link, let our friends join in. It's going to be a wonderful time with Joshua, and he is already here. He'll be joining us very soon. So I want to share the link. He's going to be joining us live very soon. So I want to share the link so your friends will join in. No one should miss this opportunity. Some of these things we are going to discuss today are things that does not you can't easily come by. These are tips that he has practiced, things that that is already part of him. The results that he's getting today is because of the things he applied, and he's going to be sharing these things with us today free of charge. He's going to be pouring out his heart, and so no one should miss this great opportunity. You're free to ask your question, you're free to give your comment. If you don't understand anything he said, you're free to ask him the questions. He'll see the questions, and of course he would respond to them. So I want us to get ready. It's all pleasure in my heart. I would be inviting guests for today's live session in the person of Joshua Mba. Joshua Mba, you're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. We'll be expecting you to join us. Yes, he's here. Welcome, sir. Good evening.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate this opportunity to be here. Thanks everyone who is watching on Facebook and on YouTube. I'm super excited to be here. And those who will be watching the playback, tonight is going to be exciting, and we'll be sharing some important things that would really, really help your life. And I would like you to stay on this live session from now to the very end, because some of the things
Yeah.
I'll be saying and some of the things I've not even shared on my own platforms or even with my students. But nevertheless, make sure you listen attentively. If you have your writing materials, get them out and get ready to write. Whether you're watching the playback, follow this video to the end, and I'm very, very sure it will change your life. Thank you very much for having me here, Faith.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. So we'll be starting immediately. And sir, we want you to introduce yourself to us. Tell us your name, tell us what you do, introduce yourself to us, and tell us a little about yourself and your career.
All right, so very quick one. My name is Joshua Mba, and I am a software developer and also a sales funnel engineer. And this is basically what I've built my
Okay.
career around. This is what I've basically built my life around. And over the past 4 or 5 years, I've actively been doing these things. And thank God for where we are right now. And just to give you guys more detail about myself, um, I'm the founder of Funny
Okay.
Hackers Club and also the founder of Sales Degree School. Funny Hackers Club is a community that is housing online business owners who want to increase their sales revenue. They come into the community and learn how to use a marketing model called sales funnel to increase their sales. And also for sales degree school is a new school that we just started up, and to be the first set of students that will be admitted will be starting from tomorrow. Luckily, it's starting tomorrow. It's a school that trains any individual, whether you have little or average or great knowledge in sales, on what sales is
Wow.
and how you can leverage on sales to change your life. Because I discovered while growing up that what every man needs on planet Earth to be successful in any business is understanding how sales work. No matter the kind of business you do, whether it's a physical business, whether it's an online business, if you know what sales is and understand how it works, you can scale in any kind of business. Sales covers selling your ideas, selling your vision, selling product and services, selling anything possible. And that's what Sales Degree School is. And I'm also the co-founder of Blockchain Hub Africa. It's a blockchain company. We also started it last year, and recently we last year we also got a funding of $1 million from Binance Smart Chain, Google, Polygon, and HCO. It was a big year for us anyway. We'll be talking about that later on. And these are the three companies I'm currently running on, and we are doing great. Basically, this is all you might want to know on the first glance.
Wow.
You get to know more about me while we continue the live session.
All right, Sasha. Thank you so much for that. So, sir, when did you start your journey in the digital world?
Okay, so it was I think 2015. In 2015, basically when I was still in school, then I was still in school in 2015. I had this passion of discovering how I just wanted to just be self-independent. My parents were awesome parents; they were taking care of us, of course, providing for our feeding in school, paid our school fees. So it wasn't like they were not taking care of me, and I needed so how to take care of myself. They were doing all they can do as my parents, and they were doing marvelously well. But at some point, there were some things as a young person, of course, as young people, there are a lot of things you want to do, but you don't have funds to do it. Your parents will not buy you everything. They won't be subscribing your phone every second. There are times you want to stream YouTube 5 hours and you won't tell them I want to stream YouTube 5 hours, giving money. There are things you want to see, there are places you want to go, there are things you want to buy for yourself. And as a young person, as young people, we just develop this self-independency. I don't know for the lack of words, self-independency syndrome. Let me say that you want to achieve some things without requesting people to help you.
Okay.
So that was the drive. I was like, let me make money that I can use to take care of myself, do other things, and achieve greater things. The drive of making money was what took me into digital business. And I was like, what can I do as a young person, in spite of my location, in spite of where I am, and I can become anything I want to become financially. And that was when I came in contact with online business. And transiting from 2015, I started first. My very first online business was a bulk SMS website, and I will never forget that business.
Okay.
I struggled with that business for a long time. I mean, labored in that business. I really, really did struggle with that business because I did not understand what sales was. I didn't know that the core of making money in any kind of business is knowing how sales work. So I dabbled into it, made a couple of money, made a few bucks from it, and we were pushing. Luckily, I got a family friend referred me to the Anglican church we all know in Nigeria, and I was the
Okay.
one sending bulk SMS to all of their ministers across the nation every Easter of the year. So the first year I did that, was a lot of money that came in six figures. That was when I made my very first six figures running my own personal business. From there, I started using the money made for me to try out other businesses, and from there, I learned a lot of things until I landed in my sales journey, where I learned sales, and then everything blew up for me.
Wow, wow, that's great, sir. So, many young persons today have great vision. They have a lot of things they want to achieve. So, how did you overcome that initial, there's always that initial, would I say, we have potential energy, but then there's always that force that you'd have to overcome for the kinetic, for you to start rolling, in your goals. So, many persons have vision. Many persons have goals that they want to achieve, but it's always difficult to break that first effort. It's always difficult to break that first energy. So how did you overcome that fear of failure, that fear of starting up something new that you've never done before in your life?
All right. So, when I started, I had a lot of challenges. A lot of challenge, problem of location. I grew up in a very rural place in the country. I've mentioned that. I've written an article about that on my Facebook. Grew up in a Ebonyi state. As a matter of fact, I grew up in Afikpo in a Ebonyi state. I lived without NEPA light for over 7 years plus, and it was just last year December that I heard they brought light in that location and all of that. So there have not been NEPA light. So I grew up without NEPA light. There was a poor network there. So that alone was enough to weigh me down, even without all of the circumstances that surrounds every other thing. But there was something that happened to me that I discovered. Maybe it was just an inner threat that I had, and maybe some other persons might also have that. Welcome, Daniel. Welcome, Joshua. I can see you guys. Thank you for joining. If you are joining from any part, whether you're watching the playback, just know this. Take up your writing materials and write down. Then share this link on your WhatsApp status. Copy the YouTube link. If you're watching on Facebook, you can join us on YouTube. The link to the YouTube channel is in my WhatsApp status. If you're on my Facebook page right now streaming this, the link to this is on my WhatsApp status. So go to my WhatsApp status, click on it, join us straight on YouTube, and let's enjoy ourselves together tonight. Okay. Now, I had that problem. Okay, I had that problem of location, network, and a lot of things. Now, there's this also a major problem that happens to us as young people. We are always afraid of breakouts. We feel like we want to get it done, but we don't even know how to get it done. In fact, one of the problems I had also when starting up, before I talk about how I broke out, was I did not have someone who could point me to the right direction, what we call mentorship now. There was nobody
Okay.
then to tell me, hey, Joshua, don't do this, don't try this, don't try that. Just do that. I was literally trying out a lot of things myself, trying to figure out what works, how does it work, what's the best approach to it. That was one of the things that took me time to even get my breakout point, because I had to dabble into a lot of things, you know. But what made it clear, what made it easier for me at some point was two things that made me to achieve that force of breaking out. I submitted to the principle of cumulative effort. Now, what we don't know is
Okay.
that what we don't know is welcome, Daniel. What we don't know is that effort is directly proportional to results. Let me say that again. Effort is directly proportional to results. You can't beat results without an
Yeah.
adequate effort. So what I understood then was that the more effort I put in, even if it's not showing up now, is going to blow me up. The bigger the effort, the bigger the result. The bigger the effort, the bigger the result. But what is wrong with most people, especially young people like us, is that we just want to do just little effort and we want a very big result. That's a very big mistake, people. So you want to ensure that, and at the period of this effort accumulation is always a tiring period. It might take you 1 year, it might take you 6 months, it might take you 3 months, it might take you 4 years, it might even take you 3 years or 5 years. But the truth is that the longer your waiting time of effort compilation, the bigger the result. Have this at the back of your mind. The longer your waiting time of effort, the bigger and explosive the results will become. So for 2015, 2016, 2017, nobody knew me anywhere. I was just Joshua making small moves here and there everywhere. You're trying the shike, you know. They tell me you're trying, you're coming up. Everybody was there, keep it up everywhere. 2018, 2019, the trigger happened. You see, so some persons right now don't know that I've spent a lot of years in the industry. They think I woke up yesterday and boom, I'm where I am today. No, it's not true. I've actually welcome everybody. Those who are watching, I can see some people joining us right now. Remember, you are joining, click the love button on YouTube,
Welcome.
subscribe to the YouTube channel, and drop a comment. Let me know where you are watching from, whether you are from Nigeria, outside Nigeria. It's going to be a great time tonight as we share together. So I'm answering the question: how can I break out? How did I break out when I started off my journey in the online space? So the breakout now happened after I discovered that effort is directly proportional to result. The breakdown happened when I decided to seek
Okay.
mentorship and seek the path of men who are already there ahead. So it's something I have taught about 2, 3 times on my platform, and I want to teach you this night. What you don't know is that for every height you want to attain in life, there is somebody already there. Okay? Write this one down. For
True.
every height you want to attain in life, there is someone already there. And what you just need to do is very simple. What you need to do is to connect with people. I call them gatekeepers. So let's say I want to become a sought after salesperson. There is a salesperson out there who's already doing better than me. All I need is to connect with the person. There are two ways you can connect
Okay.
with the person. There are a lot of ways anyway, but one of the ways you can use to connect with the person is to submit and honor the person. You can't beat
Submission.
it.
Okay.
You need to submit and honor the person. Write it down. Submission and honoring the person. Honoring the person could come in the context of listening to them. So what I did there was that for every man who was already where I needed to be, what I did was what I did then was I then bought their programs, went to their YouTube channel, started listening to them, started playing their videos, started paying attention to what they were doing. you know I started following them on social media. I was following them. Welcome everybody. If you are with me here, let me know where you are watching us from in the comment section, and keep liking this video. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and just in case you are just going to also make sure you copy the link to this live session and share on Facebook and on your WhatsApp. Start to let more persons join us tonight. So remember, I said how I broke I was. I started listening to my picked up people who are gatekeepers in my industry. People who are gatekeepers in my industry, and I started listening to them, following their instructions step by step. And over time, I noticed that it was easier for me to attain their height. I began to sound like them. I began to achieve their result. I began to replicate their result. You can't replicate a result you don't know how it was achieved. Write it down. You can't replicate a result if you don't know how it was achieved. So I started studying their track record. How did this guy become this? When I started Funny Hackers Club in 2020, August 2020, 21st of August 2020, I founded Funny Hackers Club, and like that was the day it opened. And I went back. I was who has formed a community-based program in Nigeria. I said, Chrisani. I went to Chrisani's track record and I began to study him. I began to study his track record. What is he doing? How is he doing? I began to follow. I attended all his webinars. I still attend his webinars today. I attended all of his webinars. I go on YouTube, listen to him, bought his books, bought his courses. I was feeding on him because I needed to replicate the result he had. That is how you get it. So you want to achieve, you want to break out. Look for someone doing what you are doing, listen to them, understand their track record of their result, and then you can replicate that result. Remember, I will say this again: you can't get the results of what you don't know how it was achieved. So for you to replicate a result, you must study the track record. So this was some of the things that I put into context that helped me break out. Remember, effort is directly proportional to results.
Wow, wow. So much has been said. Thank you very much, sir. So, was it all rosy for you from onset up to this level you are now? Was it all rosy for you? Were there challenges you faced? And if there were, how did you overcome those challenges? And how did you come up to where you are despite those challenges?
Yeah, thank you very much for this question. But before I answer this question, I want everybody on this live call, let's do an exercise. Very important. Okay, we'll come back to this question now. Everybody now, let's copy the link to this live session. I feel the link is also in the comment section. Let me get the link for you all. We're going to do something. I need more persons to join us live right here. I need more persons to join us live right here. Everybody on YouTube,
Okay.
the YouTube link is what I'm going to share right now with everybody. Okay, the YouTube link is on the comment section. Now, everybody, copy the YouTube link. I just dropped it as a comment in the YouTube section. Copy it wherever you are watching from, on Facebook. Join us on YouTube. Everybody, join us on YouTube. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure you are liking and loving this. I want you to smash the like button. Why I want you to do that is because I want a lot of young people to see this video. It's going to help them. So this is I'm sharing what young people need to hear, and or those who are starting
Yeah,
off newly in the industry. They need to hear this. They need to hear this. They really need to hear this. They really need to, I'm also
that's
sharing it. As I'm
true.
saying it, I'm also sharing it. They really need to hear this. This is what will shape the life of people.
Oh, so true,
Right?
so
So
true.
yeah,
Let's share, please.
let's let's do this. I've shared it on my status. I'm sharing it everywhere. Let them join. Okay, let people join. Let's increase the number here and we proceed. So can you ask me that question again, Faith?
All right. So the challenges, was it all rosy for you along the way, or were there challenges you faced? And how is it that in the midst of those challenges, if there were, how did you overcome them to get to where you are now?
Yeah, so the
So I did get
question
the
is,
question.
yeah, I got the question. The challenges I faced when I started. So first and foremost, welcome everybody. Those who are joining in, welcome. Now, first and foremost, I won't lie, I've faced a lot of challenges all through my journey. A lot of these challenges came up, and some of them are just, if I start sharing them now, time will fail me. But I'm just going to see how best I'm going to shape these questions, shape the problems I had then with you. Or welcome those who are joining. If you are joining, let me know where you're joining us from. Now, one of the major problems I had was finances. When I started off, I did not have money to finance what I was doing, and it's a problem a lot of persons have. Finance. How do I start? I don't have a phone. I don't have a laptop. I don't have this. I don't have that. In fact, people that work with me closely know that I hate excuses. I'm saying this. I'm sorry. I'll answer the question again, but let me say this very quickly. People that work with me know that I hate excuses because when I was starting up, I didn't give excuse. So when you're working with me, you don't give excuse. Excuse is for lazy people. That's always my tagline. So what I did when I started up, I had finances issue. I did not have a phone, a good phone to start with. In fact, praise God, maybe I'm using one of the best phones on the planet, you know. But then I did not have money to get a phone because what I was working with, what I was trying to start up was an online-based business. How can you run a business online and you don't have a good phone? And it became a problem for me. Okay, it became a problem. And what did I do? I then said, okay, since I want to run a business that is online and I need a phone, then it was one of the best phones in town. Then one of the best affordable phones. Then, although there was iPhone that period, but iPhone was not as popular as it is right now. Then was Techno phone. My very first phone I bought was Techno M3. I bought that phone 8,000 naira. I will never forget. Techno M3. I bought it 8,000. I think 7,500, and everything, both earpiece, power, everything was about 8,000 naira. How did I buy that phone? I knew I needed to buy a phone, so what I did was I did a little savings. I said, let me save money to buy. I was able to save up 2,000 naira. Okay, money from parents and all of these people that are dashing you money. Instead of using to go and buy sweet and buy stuff and eat out, I saved 2,000 naira. 2,000 naira then I saved was like maybe now you are saving 20K or saving 30K. But then 2,000 naira was that big money for me then. You get what I'm saying? So I now said, okay, I want to do this. I need money. Money is not complete. It's remaining 5,000 naira. I said, okay, what I'll do is I organize a music training. I know how to play piano. I know how to play some musical instruments, and I can do all of those vocal stuff. I said, I have a music training. It's going to run for about a month. Everybody register 1,000 naira. I'll teach you how to play the piano if you want to learn piano. I'll teach you how to play guitar if you want to learn guitar. I'll do some vocal rehearsals for you. Just 1,000 naira. I threw that what is it called? That training up on social media, and I talked to my friends around then in my church and all of those stuff. I got about 7 persons. 5 people paid 1,000 naira. That was 5,000 naira. 1,000 naira there. 5,000 naira. I bundled the money together, put it together with the 2,000 naira I had. That was 7,000 naira. I think it was my mom that gave me 500 naira or so. I went to the market and bought Techno M3. Techno M3 was the first one I bought for myself. I mean, I was so proud of my life then. It was like one big stuff for me. I bought Techno M3, and that was when my life changed. I knew my problem was money, and I knew I needed a phone to push this thing. I was not waiting for mommy and daddy to go and buy me phone. I did not go to any uncle's house and knock and say, please buy me phone or buy me this. That wasn't what I was waiting for. Welcome everybody, wherever you are watching me from. Thank you very much. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, and then share this video link. We want a lot more to benefit. I did not wait for anybody to buy me something. What I did was I had to figure out what is it that I can offer to people without my phone right now and get monetary value in return. All right. So I said, oh, I have a skill. I can teach people music. Why not? I taught them music, collected 1,000 from 5 people, taught them, packaged the money like that. I did not touch shit anything. I just packaged the money like that. Went to the market, a key market, went to the store there, bought Techno M3. That was my very first phone I bought for myself in my whole life. I was so excited. That was the phone I used to start on my business. That was the phone I used to start my business online. How? So when people are telling me, I've seen people in my inbox because now I'm dealing with a lot of people. I receive DMs everywhere on my social media platform, YouTube, Facebook, emails every day. I'm reading emails. People are saying, sir, I don't have money. Where do I start from? Somebody called me just discipline before this live session came up. Someone called me and said, sir, please, I'm in the village. My parents are sick. I don't have money to do anything. What do I have? I don't have money. I say, keep quiet. Me, I will tell you to shut up. Giving excuses is what will make you never to achieve anything. Because a lot of us will keep giving, I don't have light, I don't have a laptop, I don't have this one, I don't have that one. excuse has never made anybody rich by 1 naira. Never in the history of the universe. So what I did, I discovered that excuse will not take me anywhere. Even if I complain from now to yesterday, nothing will get me to where I need to get. So I resolved in my heart that any problem that arises at any time, I must find a solution. That has kept me to today. In fact, there's a story I'm going to share with you guys very quickly. There was a point in time, even when I started, I went down. Like, I lost money, I lost a lot of money, I went practically to zero. The first question I always ask myself is, Joshua, what can you do to solve this problem? I've never given an excuse in my whole career that I don't have this, then I cannot do this. No. The ever excuse I can give is maybe I'm sick. I can't play with my sick. If I'm not feeling fine, I will go and take care of myself. You get one. So the problem every young person is going to face or will face or is already facing for those who have started off in their career is finances, monetary value. And the best way I've given you a right is how I escaped that problem. The problem, I did not have money, I did not have phone to do my business. I decided to do a training. I could teach people and I said, everybody come and teach you. 1,000 naira, 5 people, 5,000 naira, combined with 2,000 naira I had. Bought my first phone and that was how business started. I'm going to give you guys another instance. I wanted to start doing YouTube videos, quality YouTube videos. I knew I could not buy a camera then. I didn't have money to buy a video camera to shoot quality YouTube videos. I said, okay, what do? I had only a laptop there. I said, instead of waiting for camera, since I don't have phone to a good camera device to shoot a very good video, or probably a good background, for those who know my setup right now, what will I do? I said, okay, I can do screen recording. So if you go to my YouTube channel now, the early videos you're going to see on my YouTube channel are just screen recording. I'll create a slide and then record my screen and upload. I was doing that consistently until I got my first influencer job. When I bought my camera and set on my workspace, it was already a land cruise for me. Never allow anything to be an excuse. I don't give in to excuse. I tell my people that want me, I say, excuses for lazy people. You are using to dodge work. You hit a roadblock, go back. What can I do to get better? And that's what has brought me where I am. So this is a major challenge I had when I started up. That was how I overcame it. Another challenge I'm going to share with you today, I have really had a lot of challenges. Meanwhile, but the second challenge I'm going to share with you is having people to buy into my vision. So I'm going to give you guys a real life story. Real life story. This will happen to you. And if in case it doesn't happen to you, it may happen to you. I'm not praying that it will happen. But this is something that is common. It's going to happen, especially if you are trying to run a business. You're going to have people that are going to betray you. So sometime in my career, I had someone I employed to work with me at some point. This is years back, not like recent, years back. But that I'm not sure that will never happen to me again. Because that was the first set of people I employed to work with me. I trained the person. In fact, what I do for my team members, if you're working with me, is every new year, I'll buy you a program. I'll buy you a course that will based on what you're working on. I'll buy you, let's say, for example, a graphics designer. I'll buy a program on graphics design. I'll buy some things you need, For every new year, I do it from all. This is compulsory. Every January, I do it. I'll make sure you get better. Mid-year, I do that again. End of the year, I do that again. I do it minimum of 3 times every year if you're working with me. And then I give you personal coaching all through the year. Every month, I call you, I check up on you. This is what I do for people who work with me. And I brought in this person from scratch. This person was zero income. I just saw the person, reached out to me and said, I want to learn this. So the person had a lot of potential. Okay, why not? Come and work with me. I'm going to brush you up. Brought the person in, train the person. Brought the person to a point that she was making close to minimum of 100K every month of my connections. Give the person access to my connections, my partners, doing gigs. Trained her in the skill set she had. I polished her, brought her into the space. She was doing well, massively well, making money off the whole connection and system I built up for her. Now, it now happened that when I woke up, one of my partners sent me a message and said, Joshua, one of your staff sent me this message. Call the person's name. I don't want to call the person's name because this is on the public domain. He said, send me a message. Screenshot. I said, the person is blackmailing you. I said, what is going on? Someone I labored to train, someone I labored to bring to what she became then, said to go back behind to blackmail me to my partners, business partners. So my business partner said, he told me, Joshua, I know this is not true, but this is what we see in the industry. And I laughed. So one of the problems you're going to face in this industry, whether you're any business at all, whether it's online, offline, what kind of business you're going to run or you're doing, or any kind of industry you're going to find yourself, you're going to have people who are going to betray you. You're going to have people who will talk back bad about you. You're going to have people who will not like you. In fact, there's a way I wired myself. Welcome, Mrs. Christian. Thank you for joining from UK. Thank you very much. In fact, the way I've wired myself is that I don't give attention to naysayers again. You can't say anything bad about me and I'll listen to you. Not even for 1 second. If you say you don't like me, no problem. You can go ahead, man. You can't stop my progress. Because what I discovered was whatever you want to become, you can become it. Whatever, whether the world is turning like this, you can become. If you set your eyes on it, with God by your side, you can become anything. I've used myself as an example. I said, if you are looking for someone who people do not believe will become anything, look at Joshua and look at what he's doing right now. So these are two major problems I had selling this, and this was how I overcame it. I tried to give close ears to naysayers. If you don't like me, there's no problem. In fact, I had to put up a design on my house. It's hanging in my parlor here. I'm actually sitting in my parlor. It's somewhere close to the major men's sitting room, somewhere there. I wrote, there are 7 billion people on the planet who are waiting to buy your product. So why am I worrying about 2 persons or 3 persons who don't like me, or 3 persons who are saying bad about me, where there are 7 billion people in the universe? Man, I've not traveled around the world, but one day I'm going to travel around the world and people are going to listen to me. So why am I worrying about 2 people, 3 people, 4 persons in Nigeria, in maybe Abakaliki, in Lagos, that don't like me, when there are people, millions, billions of people in the whole universe who are yet to even see my face? So those things don't worry me. So I'm sharing these 2 major problems I had when I was starting up and how I overcame it. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, sir. I really believe that every young person needs to hear this. We have challenges that would come our way, but then we should not be stopped by those challenges. People that have put through in life had challenges, but then they didn't give in to it. They were willing to keep pressing, to keep pushing, despite what people say, despite the fear of failure, despite the challenges they had, they kept pushing. And so, to every young person out there, just keep pushing. Whatever you want to do, whatever you set to achieve this year, 2022, keep your eyes focused on that. With God on your side, all things are possible. A quote says, once there is a will, there is a way. As long as you have the will to achieve that thing, there is always a way out. Even in the midst of those challenges, even in the midst of limitations, there is always a way out. And I really believe that so many persons out there will be encouraged by this word. You really be encouraged by this word. So Joshua, how do we now set these goals? Some persons, because of these limitations or because of the problem they are facing, they try to limit themselves from achieving something greater or from achieving their goal. So how do we, in the midst of circumstances around us, set extraordinary goals? How should people sit down and plan out their year? It's a new year, we just entered 2022. What is your word to everyone out there on how to set their visions and set massive goals for the year?
Yeah, okay. So welcome everybody. There are people that are joining us now. Very beautiful. Please, if you are joining, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel you are watching this video on, and make sure you like this video. After this live session again, there are a lot of people on your list, on your WhatsApp list, on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your Instagram, that will really be blessed. They will really appreciate you that you gave them the link to this video. So what you would do for me is, I don't want you to leave right now. Just stay. After this live session, copy the link of this live session and share it. To be there on YouTube, share it with people, let them get blessed with what God is doing in the life of young people as well. Okay, so let's answer that question. How do you set your goals? So early this year, I had the boot camp where I taught people how to set their goals for the new year, and thus far that boot camp was explosive. People that participated already smashing their goals for the year big time. So I'm going to share with you a very simple framework. Maybe I should give this framework a name, but this is a framework you can use and deploy one of the most productive goal settings for your life. I mean, goals that you will set and you smash them back to back. You get what I'm saying? So let's start with the first step of the framework. This framework is very principal and basic. It's just a very simple process. Okay, probably you might have heard about it, or maybe you've even seen someone talk about it, but this time I want you to listen attentively and follow it the way I'm going to say it to you right now. So first thing first, when you want to set a goal for a new year comes with a new move. That's what you need to know. Every year comes with a new move. One of the things, let me break it down. When I talk about move, I mean it comes with a new wave in the technology space. It comes with a new wave in the finance space. it comes with a new wave in the economic structure of the world. It comes with a new wave in the adoption and relation of people to new things. So, for example, there are things that people could accept last year, but this year they're going to say, no, this is not, I don't have time for this. It happens every year, just like a cycle. The same way the world revolves around, completes its own rotation around the sun, right? 365 days. That's the same way some cycles come to an end. There are things that cycled last year that won't cycle this year. That means you need to understand first what is the move for the year. Because if you are trying to launch a business that cannot scale in 2022 and you are trying to make it work, it will never work. It will not work. So what I do at towards the end of every year, December, is to peep into the next year. I'm going to share with you how I do that. I peep into the next year and try to touch the waters of the next year and then predict the next move. I do this every year, and if you go to my Facebook last year, October, November, December, you see me talk about these things. I always make these predictions. And how do I even know these predictions? What I do is we combine. First of all, it's God that gives us insight. First of all, God gives us insight into these things. Secondly, we combine
Yeah.
some patterns, pattern repetition. Okay, I'm sharing some details now. Follow me carefully. I look at pattern repetition. What is the pattern that has been consistent over time? And with that, we can make predictions. I'm talking about prediction in the technology of things. So, for example, last year, I made a prediction that in 2022, there's going to be a massive adoption of Web3 and blockchain protocol in the world. And that will trigger up the adoption for 2023, 2024, 2025. That means by 2025, a lot of persons will start comfortably using blockchain as a mode of proper, as a legal, as a tender currency. They can use for transactions in businesses and transaction across the globe. People are going to adopt full time. There is going to be an emergence and demand of blockchain talent in 2022, 2023, and it's going to skyrocket by 2025. So some of the things that are going on in 2022 is that a lot of companies are trying to position themselves well, because by the end of 2022, the structure needed to accommodate the talents, the talents required for the success of this adoption will be in place. So that means there will be job increase in Web3 and blockchain space. There will be job increase in this category. There will be high demand. There's already high demand now. Spotting, routing up very small. It's going to kick off throughout. By the end of 2022, all of these things will be in place. 2023 in place. By 2024, 2025 is going to be at its peak. Follow this prediction. This is studying of pattern. I read a lot. I follow trends a lot, and I look at these things a lot. So I could basically tell you. So I'm giving you insight on writing your goal. So if I'm going to write my goal for the year, for example, one of the goals I had last year was to start 2021, was to start up a blockchain company with a friend. January 2021, we were making this analysis. In fact, 5th of January 2021, I was sitting in a restaurant with my friend. I won't forget that day. 5th January 2021, I was sitting in a restaurant with my friend in Enugu State. That was the day we had the first conversation of the blockchain company I have right now with my friend. We had a conversation, and then we saw that the market was ripe, and this is where the market was tilting to. So we put it back in our goal. I'm going to give you a framework you're going to do with your goal, but I'm giving you things you need to put into context. So we said we're going to start up a blockchain company. Thank God we did started it in 2021, because if not, we would have missed out the opportunity we had. November 2021, we got into a competition that gave us access to launch one of our first products in the blockchain ecosystem. August 2021, we hosted the very first developers blockchain conference in the whole of Nigeria, Southeast, especially we hosted in Enugu, and we pulled the attention of a lot of international investors. Most of our speakers came and spoke from outside of the country. All of the fundings we used for that conference was fully funded by foreign companies. I'm giving you guys example of how to get this thing right. Now, November, we got funding, $1 million funding from Zen Finance, and a $10,000 funding to launch our very first product in the blockchain. If we did not take that step in January 5th, if we did not understand the pattern and work towards that direction, we would have missed out these great opportunities. So understanding the move for the year is very important. I was not into blockchain development, or I didn't have the thought of having a blockchain in 2020. It was not in my context, it was not in my horizon. But we tested the waters, understood that this is a move that we need for. Also, one thing I'm saying this in passing, is that trend is one of the key things that form millionaires and rich, that creates wealth. Let me put it this way. Trend is responsible for wealth creation since the onset of man's history. Trend, understanding trend. So that's why I tell people, don't miss out trends. It's better you are early. Make sure you catch up trends on time and position yourself properly. This will make you it will position you as an expert in that industry, position you for wealth creation and position for greater things in life. So we didn't miss out. It's still early now. You can still hop in. So I'm not here to teach blockchain per se. I'm just giving you guys insight, understanding the weather. Let me use that word for the year. Understanding the weather for the year. Welcome. I don't care. Thank you guys. Anybody you are watching from YouTube, Facebook, make sure you like this video. Make sure also you subscribe or like anywhere you're watching from, and make sure you tell us where you're watching from in the comment section. So now to write your goal, you must have done this research. If you can't predict, listen to people who understand the patterns and could tell you and give you insight on what is going to happen. And when you're going to do your goal, there are 3 questions I'm going to ask yourself. One question is, what do I want to become by the end of the year? What do I want to become by the end of the year? And that question is big. Don't say like, I want to become rich. That's not what I'm asking you. That question is, give a detailed description of who you will become by the end of the year. I mean, Joshua Mba, I want to become a sales funnel expert who would have taught 10,000 students across the globe, who would have spoken in 7 conferences, who would have XYZ. That's what I'm talking about. So you need to give, so I call it the composition writing. So the first question is, write a composition about yourself by the end of the year. 31st December 2022, who would Joshua Mba be? So you have to define your personality first. So this question will now put you in the place of, what is it that I really want to spend my life doing in this year? You get what I'm saying? What is it I even want to spend my time doing this year? What is it? You ask some of these questions. Then the next question you're going to ask yourself is, how can I become that which I've described that I want to be? That composition I've written, how do I achieve it? And the third question is, who do I need to connect with? Where do I need to go to achieve these things? These 3 questions, very basic. If you answer these 3 questions, you can now say, my goal for 2021 is already set. For 2022 is already set. Just these 3 questions answered, you are set up. So, but the big question is, people don't know how to visualize and write a composition about their life. So that's where the problem comes in. So how did I do it? So in 2020, I told myself I want to live in my apartment, and I want to have a workstation that is going to be like this. In fact, the workstation I have right now, for those who have seen my workstation, you can check on my Facebook channel or whatever. On my YouTube channel, you can also check there. You will discover that you may not have seen a replica of that anywhere. I visualized that workstation when I had no money to buy an item in that workspace. I mean, I had it in my head. Then I used to meditate. Of course, I still meditate. I will sit down during my meditation time, close my eyes, and I visualize that workspace. And I'll be like, Joshua, you can get this. I kept playing that workspace in my mind. Even when I'm doing business, I'm like, Joshua, you're going to get this workspace. The only difference between that workspace that I have now and the one I was visualizing was, when I was visualizing, everything was pure white. Even the table was white. But the one I have now, the table is not white. So I had the detailed, down to the managers, the screens, the arrangement was here. It was the visualization. I had it. 2021, I replicated it. 1 year later, I had that thought. I replicated it in full, in detail, like everything down to the core. If I'm working towards having another workspace for some other stuff, So it was a composition I wrote about myself that so you have to have that picture. That composition I'm going to write is detailed. Joshua Mba, you're going to have a workspace where you're going to do your YouTube videos, do your work, become a sought after software developer. This is what you'll be doing. I wrote it down. I kept the picture in my head. And any day I wake up to do anything, that picture will remain in my head. If I was working, if I wake up and I'm playing game, that picture rings on my head. I say, this game I'm playing, is it going to contribute? I said, no, it's not going to. I leave it and go back. So these are 3 basic questions. Time will for me to give you a whole. I did a 3 days boot camp where I help people to write their goal for the year. And those who follow me through that boot camp, they're really smashing big. In fact, one of the ladies that showed up for that boot camp was just 5,000 naira, so $10,000 and $10, 5,000 naira, depending on where I'm watching from. Now, the playback is still available on my website. If you need that, you can reach out to Faith or reach out to me, my EDM. I'll give you access to that. One of the ladies that showed up for that boot camp, let me share this with you. She was one of the persons who were confused. She was really practically confused. She didn't know where to go, left or right. She was in tech. After going to that boot camp, between that boot camp happened on 3rd and 4th and 5th of January. Between 3rd and 4th and 5th of January, right now, she has become a sort. In fact, she has gotten a job in a tech company, a dream tech company, as a software engineer. Won a hackathon, led a team of developers to win a big prize with a product launch. So I'm talking to you, she's on her way to big things. Man, she sent me the testimonial some days ago. I was blown away. I was seriously blown away. All in fact, she told me that all of her goals for January, she has smashed it, and she was already working towards her February goals. By I'm talking about as of yesterday. So I gave them a framework, gave them a step-by-step guide, gave them manuals and blueprints and booklets they can use to replicate that. That time for us to talk about the 3 days boot camp on this live call. Maybe what we'll do is we'll give you, I'll send out the link, and you guys can also watch that program.
Wow, wow, wow. This is awesome. You've dropped a whole lot this evening, sir. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. So, sir, to the next question, you talked about the blockchain company that you got a $1 million funding. So, what was the role of team play in achieving that company, in starting up the company and in winning the award? What was the role of team play? Because I believe that team play has a lot to do with us achieving our vision, achieving our goal. So, how did teamwork, team play, working with people help you to achieve this great success?
Okay, so it's very important for me to say this. There is a room for team collaboration. Sorry, there's a room for team collaboration, and this is something that a lot of young people have problem with. I had that problem initially when I started how to work with people. I feel like I can do all those things myself, and I suppose I discovered that it's not possible. There was no way I could do a lot of things. If I wanted bigger results, I needed a bigger team. So there's this principle called the 10x rule. Let me share this very quickly with people listening to me. There's this principle called the 10x rule. 10x rule means if one can give you 10, then 10 can give you 100. So if you are doing something alone and you're achieving, your result is 10. Get 10 persons, become 10, get 9 more persons to join you, you can achieve 100. That's how to multiply. It's called one of the principles of multiplication. It's called the 10x rule. It was Grant Cardone that developed that principle. Grant Cardone, one of my big role models in the online business. You can check him out on YouTube and all of those. It's a book actually, the 10x rule. It's a book. He wrote a book about it too. So back to it. So I discovered that there was no way that I couldn't do anything without having a team. So one of the ways to achieve this is very difficult to have a team. It's very difficult as young people to get people to work with you to achieve something. So what I did was I learned how to sell my idea. For those who started this last session with me, I talked about sales. Sales is a core skill every human being on earth who wants to run any kind of business must have sales. That's why I've devoted most of my life to teach people sales. My most of my companies are revolving around sales. Sales is the singular skill that is compulsory you must have. So I learned how to sell my vision to people. At when I started up newly, I did not have a lot of money to pay people to come and join me do what I was doing. So I told them this is the plan I have. Join me, let's do this. This is the result that will come out. This is how we're going to do it. I'll pay you from this, I'll pay you from that. I sold my vision to people. Some person did not accept it. Some people said, no, I don't want to do it. Some person said, no, fine, no problem. But I was looking at people who could buy into the vision. Buying the vision was the key for me. So I talk to people. So most times you can start off by talking to family, start off by talking to friends, start by talking to people who are close by, and start talking to people who respect you. The people that are looking up to you, no matter the level you are, the people that are looking up to you. Share with them, hey bro, I want to do this, but I need you to come into my team and do what we are doing. Support me to do this. So for a blockchain company, what happened was that uh, someone came to me and shared an idea that he wanted to start up something, but don't know. In fact, the blockchain company was not my original idea as a person. It was not my personal idea. Someone came to me and we were just discussing about business, about trend when it came to me in that restaurant, talking about trend. Mentioned about a blockchain company and all of that. So I was like, let's do this thing, let's do this thing, let's do this thing. And from that conversation, it was the one that suggested the conversation, set it up. What we now did was we now discussed it with some other people. And people now said, okay, wow, let's do this. I like this idea. Let's buy into it. We now took the first step of having volunteers. We call them volunteers then. You like the vision, you want to be part of it, yeah, well, come in and help us. We organized our very first conference with the help of these volunteers. We're just 2 of us and the volunteer. And then the volunteers were about 5 or 6 of them. We did the very first conference. It was massive. We put in a lot of attention. But we're like, oh man, I'm going to be part of this one. So we're now the ones screening out who is going to be part of and who is not going to be part of it, and who is committed to do this stuff and who is not committed to do it. So we got people who did not just buy into the vision, but were committed to achieve the vision. And then we started off from there. And that was how we landed where we are in the company. Within in less than I mean talking about months, in less than a year, we were able to achieve such a result. So basically, it's just about knowing how to say your vision. Have a clear vision. What you are doing, why are you doing it? What are you doing for? What's the end goal? How are you going to use it to? How are you going to use it to change people's life? How is it going to impact people? And how is it also going to be profitable to you? If you can define these things, you can sell it to people. Tell people your vision. If you are selling up and you don't have enough human resources, talk to people. Go on social media and say, I want to do this. Who wants to be part of it? People are going to come and share the vision. If they say, okay, I want to be part of it, put them in and give them guarantees and make sure you that have the vision, you are pursuing it effortlessly. Make sure you are putting everything. I mean, you are putting your 100% into it. Because these guys are going to look at you and say, if you are carrying the vision in your head, then we can carry it for you too. If you're not carrying it on your head, man, why would I carry it? So basically, that's as simple as this. That's just how it works.
Wow. Okay. Okay, sir. So, sir, you talked about sales. Sales said everyone needs to know how to sell. Sell your vision to people. Sell your business to people. So, talking about that, you talked about having a sales school as well, a sales degree school that you're starting up. That's starting up tomorrow. The registration is starting up tomorrow. So, like, can you tell us more on the school and also how we can sell our vision to people? Many of us have businesses that we are running. Many of us have products that would want to sell this year, and how do we effectively learn the sales mechanism, and how would your school help us as well to achieve that, sir?
All right. So if you're watching this video and you're still with us, I would like you to drop an emoji in the comment section. I want to know who is still with us in this live call. Drop an emoji or drop something on the comment section. Say I'm excited, I'm happy, I'm learning something. Let me know in the comment section. Awesome. You guys are with me.
Just try to stay
Now,
with us. Welcome.
yeah, great one, great one. All right. So yeah, um one of the core skills you must learn as a business owner, someone who's starting up a business, want to grow anything in this life, is the skill of sales. You need to know how to sell. And like I mentioned earlier on, sales is beyond just selling a product. It's down to selling your ideas, selling your vision, closing up investor deals, speaking to investors, um, getting funding. If you want to get funding, you should be able to sell your vision to investors who whether angel investors or investors that will come and take shares or stake in your company or whatever it is. You just need to know how to sell it. And one of the things like I mentioned earlier on again is that I've devoted most of my life to teach people sales. My YouTube channel, my programs, my courses, my premium programs have been involved. In fact, the t-shirt I'm wearing is Funny Hackers Club. Funny Hackers Club is the very first sales community I formed from Nigeria that have helped hundreds of businesses across the globe. In fact, currently we have students in Nigeria, we have students in Ghana, we have students from the US, we have students from the UK who have gone through this premium program and are part of the club. And they are all business owners who I help to teach a marketing strategy and sales strategy called Sales Funnel I need to replicate. So now I I started a school called Sales Degree School, and I'm going to share the idea of the school with you, or those who will be watching the playback too. It's better you guys catch up with this. Sales Degree School is a 4-month sales degree program. So because I understood that the problem people have in running businesses is because they don't know what sales is and they don't even know how to sell. You see someone that start up an online store or a shop or a business, a roadside business in their community, in their street, online, whatever it is, and they don't know how to sell out this product. They don't know how to attract their dream customer, because there's the principle of dream customer attraction. So of course, everybody's not your customer. You have to attract the right cost audience and then sell them your product. In the principle of sales funnels, you don't just sell them your product, you sell them your product and make them buy more of your product. That's where you now do the resale. That's the full cycle of funnel. Okay, you retain those customers. That's the retention stage. That's the last part of the funnel. Time for me to teach funnels. Now, people don't understand this principle. They don't know how to create offers. They don't know how to close up deals and business deals and all of those deals. They don't know how to get to the right places to get their dream customer. Your customers are everywhere in the universe. Some of them are not in the country. Some of them are doing some other things, but you need to find them where they are and attract their attention and then sell them a product. So we talk about the traffic sources. What are the traffic sources I can use to attract these people? How do I write the right content that will make them know that I sell this product and this is product or services they need this product and services, and it's going to change their life. We talk about copywriting. So a lot of these things are what people don't know about. They don't know how to combine it. They don't know how to make videos that will sell. Videos that will talk about 1 minute video that will help them attract the best set of customers who are going to buy their product. All of these things are put into context. People don't know about this. You just see, I want to start up a business, I want to own a store, I want to sell a course, I want to sell my book online, I want to sell XYZ. You don't understand how sales work. You're going to get stuck. Even if you have the best book or the best program in the universe, it's not the best product that really sells. It's the best marketed product that sells. All right, not the best product that sells, the best marketed product that sells. So if you don't know how to sell, you're going to get stuck no matter the effort you put in bringing out the very best product. Now, for me to solve this problem for people, because I had that problem when I started up, I then developed the funnel customer. Now, a 4 months program. The goal of the 4 months program is we are bringing the they're bringing the education system, the traditional education system we have, and the school vibe we have to run a 4 months intensive program. Now, the 4 months program is going to take you through 15 sales courses. There are 15 courses you're going to do in 4 months, just 4 months. You're going to do 15 courses that will shape you. The goal is to turn you to a sales expert by the end of the 4 months. Now, in that 4 months, you're going to learn 15 courses. Aside the 15 courses, you're going to do one real life project. That project is where we're going to give you a sales target to smash. Like the same way you do your school project, you're going to do a project, research, analysis, market analysis, comparison, all of the documentation and paperwork you're going to do. You're going to do the sales for us, for yourself, and you're going to give us. So you're going to pass your project. You're going to do a seminar presentation. You're going to write exam in the 15 courses. You're going to write tests in each of those courses. You're going to class assessment for you. You are bringing the whole education vibe, but you're running it as a virtual school in 4 months. Cover 15 courses, do one project, write 15 course exams, write 15 CAs, and of course, we are going to have also associate professors who will be coming to teach through the 4 months program. I'm one of the core associate professors. I'm actually the vice of the school. So, but we are bringing associate professors. These associate professors are experts in different categories of sales. So in the sales industry, you have people who are experts in traffic, people that are experts in copywriting, people that are experts in video making, people that are experts in different categories, all of that. We have them, and they're going to come into the program also to teach through the 4 months of the program. Now, at the end of the program, you're going to get your results. We are running a CGPA of 5.0. So it's going to be normal CGPA of 5.0 grade. You have to pass your exams. So we are going to hand you over at the end of the program. We're going to hand you over a certification. Now, that certificate is your certificate that proves that you're a sales expert. You're going to the program, sales expert. With that certificate, we are working hard to increase the valuation of that certificate. You can use it to get a sales role or a sales job in any company, any role that has to do with marketing and sales. You can use that certificate to get those roles. Number one. Two, we're going to also give you your result statement where you can know the grades you have. In fact, as I'm talking to you, you have set up a CBE system. That's a computer-based examination system that you can use to write your exams. Remember, it's virtual. You're not coming to anywhere. You're not traveling down to anywhere. We are bringing the school to your house. We are bringing the school experience to your bedroom. So in your bedroom, you can send your bedroom. In 4 months, you become a sales expert. All right. So a lot of resources are going into it. I wish I could just share my screen and show you guys some of these amazing things that would really. So in your bedroom, you can send your bedroom in 4 months. That will explain all of these things for you all. But time will fail me to do that. So we are bringing the whole school experience to you in fact, in your bedroom. We are serving in your bedroom. So all you need to do is have an internet connection, subscribe for the school. Admission starts tomorrow. So let me give you guys a sneak peek again. Admission starts tomorrow. Admission runs for about a month. On 28th of February is the matriculation. In fact, in our matriculation day, one of our associate professors, who I don't want to call his name right now, will be speaking to us on that article, giving them the new students an induction section. Then 1st of March, the academic calendar starts. We are running like a full school system. It's going to run for 4 months. The first month, the second month, the third month is going to be intensive learning. We'll be learning first month. So we saw in a way that first month is like first year, second month is like second year, third month is like third year. Now, the fourth month is where we are going to use for our projects and project defense, our seminar presentation, and our final exam. Now, by the end of June, we will now be doing a convocation for these ones. And then we are looking at also having several meetup sections. We're going to have virtual party sections, of course, and also plan a physical meetup session at different parts of the world. You're going to hopefully to get to Ghana too this year with all of those stuff. But the goal is to shape you to have everything it takes to become a sales expert. Ever since I became a sales expert, I could really pick up any kind of business and run it, and I'll get the result. I'll be successful in it because I know how to sell the product, to service, to model the business, to do my market analysis, to understand my customer base, to know how to attract them, to create the right offers that will make them buy my product, to know, I also know how to retain them so they buy once, they keep buying and buying again. I know the value chain. I understand all of these things. That's why I can thrive in any kind of business. So if you become a sales expert, picking up any kind of business, whether you are selling fish, you have a fish farm in your house, you are selling packs of egg, you are dealing with egg, you are dealing with physical product, you can sell them out. That's what the school is about. And we are setting up the first batch this year, and we are working very hard to bring the best experience never seen on the planet Earth to people who want to change their life.
Thank you so much, Joshua. That is a whole lot. And I will encourage everyone out there to be part of this program. I am part of it and I can't wait for it to kick off. You too should be a part of it. We really
Yeah,
need
yeah,
to acquire these skills.
yeah. Just to give people background into this thing, just to give people background. So another question people might
Okay.
want to ask those who be watching the playback later on and those who are streaming right now is, how do I get into this school? You can get into this school is very simple. Like, there's no complication to it. Admission starts tomorrow, and once admission starts, anyone from anywhere can actually gain admission into it. I'm going to share my screen right now with you, or just to show you guys. I'm going to do it very fast, very, very, very fast. I'm going to share the screen with you all to show you guys what we are cooking up. So my screen is coming up right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is my screen, right? Okay, cool. So this is the website salesdegree.school. So I'm gonna drop the link on the comment section of this live session. Sales degree. So registration has not started. You can just join the waiting list. The waiting list is, you will join and will notify you immediately registration start, because people are going to sign up immediately once registration start. And we have a limited number. We're not going to admit everybody that wants to get admitted this first batch. We're going to admit just people who qualify to register on time. So it's like first come, first serve. Okay. So registration start tomorrow sometime. You can see the timer there. 1 day, 4 hours to go. Registration start. I
Okay.
mean, admission starts. So admission is for two categories of people. We have for what is it called? For regular students. Regular students get the whole everything I've said about the program. You're going to get it. Then we have VIP students. So VIP students are people who want extra, extra, extra more. So for VIP students, we are giving them access to a private mentorship session through the program. So aside the whole program, classwork, assessment, program, they're going to have private mentorship session with our associate professors and with me too. They're going to get private Q&A sessions directly with me. They're also going to get a lot of other bonuses. So the next question you might want to ask is,
Mhm.
next question you might want to ask is, how much is it? How much do I need to budget for this? So we now look intensely on what is the best way to deliver this into people, whether you have money or you don't have money, or you want to become this, you don't want to become that. Because one of the challenges you're going to have is there are a lot of people who are struggling with their business right now. I want to share another screen with you people now. There are people who are struggling with their business right now, and they don't even have money to pay for maybe 1 million naira to get the best training out there, because what we are building out here is worth millions. I mean it. Like, if you're going to charge you, if you're going to get this on a traditional school setup, you are really, really, really going to end up paying a lot of money to get this experience. So what we did is that we now built a value chain that will permit whether you don't have money or you have money to get this experience. But the goal is to transform your life. Okay, so the admission page is not yet up, but I'm just showing you guys behind the scene. This page will be up by tomorrow. You guys are going to see all of this and now. But I'm going to show you guys a sneak peek into the page. So we have regular students and we have VIP students. Regular students are going to pay 70,000 naira. VIP students are going to pay 100,000 naira, which is just so big. So 70,000 naira covers everything in the program. You get your certificate, access to our associate professor, certificate, quiz, exam, access to the whole 15 courses. You're going to work with it, and access to everything in the program. But the VIP guys are going to get access to the VIP, access to the vice chancellor. Of course, I'm the vice chancellor, access to all the modules, complete payback, 30 minutes private coaching call. You're going to get access to my Funny Hackers Club for free. You're going to get a opportunity to hang out with me and other associate professors, and you're going to get a private Q&A session. Okay, so that's 100K. So And we are giving people room to pay, make instrumental payment. Even if you don't have the 70K immediately, we stop the admission. You can pay 35,000 naira first, and before the admission window closes, you complete your payment. The truth is, if you don't complete your payment, you won't be able to join. You won't be able to join the school. And we only take those who are able to complete the payment. But I want to bet you, whether you are into business or not, if you know anybody that you want the person to be successful in their business, whether you're a parent, you're a child, a young person, or you're into some other different, you're not a business person. Of course, every man being is a business person anyway. So, but you want, you're not going to make it, but make sure you pay for someone, support somebody. This is going to be a life-changing experience. This is the first of its kind on the planet. I mean, never seen anywhere, bringing the school experience to people. In 4 months, you become a sales expert with clean certification, one of the best experiences with the best set of experts in the industry. We are bringing this thing to you all, and I don't want anyone in this life to miss it. So join the waiting list. Go to the website. You can go to the Instagram handle as well, and then follow us on Instagram. All of the links are there. Just go to the website, like I've said in the comment section. Open it up, you will see the Telegram group. Join the Telegram group and get access to all of the information we are sharing, and also our announcements. And then, man, you you will be it will be very, very an exciting one for you and for your business as well. All right, so basically this is basically most of the things we have for tonight. And over to you, Faith, in case there's any other question.
All right. Thank you so much, Joshua. So while we take the last question in this live broadcast, I would want us to drop our questions. Before Joshua will be answering the last question, I'll be asking him. I would want us to drop our questions if we have any. If you have questions you want him to answer, if you have any challenge you'd want to share and get his counsel or get his opinion about it, please drop it in the comment section and he will definitely respond to it. So, Joshua, the final question for this session,
Yeah, okay.
okay. How do you stay motivated? How do you stay motivated? How do you discipline yourself to follow through your vision and achieve your goals? How do you stay self motivated, sir?
Okay, very nice question. This is a question that I feel like this is one of the most important questions I feel like I need to answer in this call right now. So most times we lose focus. Let's call it having clear focus on what you are doing. Most times, some of us young people we lose focus with a lot of other things. So I'm going to say something very funny. Like it's so funny. I'm going to sound personal. This is just a personal stuff. But this is one of the things that I used to keep myself motivated. Like it's so funny that you might even end up laughing at me. But I just do it with myself. Like you need to actually find what works for you anywhere. It's not like you must do exactly what I'm saying. But this is what I use sometimes to just funnily keep myself motivated. Is I ask myself a question. I ask myself, Joshua, where you are right now, if you are married and you have 4 kids, can where you are now give them the life you want them to have? And if my answer is no, and my answer have always been no, I keep working hard. I'm not married yet. If I'm married now and I have 4 kids, and I know the kind of life I want them to have, I want to give them a very good life. I want them to have a very amazing life. In fact, I have a mental description of the life I want them to have. And I know right now, I cannot be able to give them that life right now.
Okay.
So I'm not yet where I need to be. So I keep working hard to get that. And the number 2 thing I also use to ask to motivate myself is, Joshua, everybody's saying you are good, you are doing well, you are doing well. How many persons have you reached? Have you been able to reach up to 5 million people out of the 7 billion people in the whole world? I've not reached up to 1 million people, bro. Like, I mean, my videos have been seen by over 1 million persons, of course, but clearly reaching out to 1 million people who are listening to me every single day. No, I've not even done 1 million. I've not even done the 5 million. So why would I stop? I've not even done 5 million, which is like my least. So why would I stop? Why would I stop? Why would I stop? So these are some of the two. I'm being personal right now. Like this is stuff a lot of people might not want to tell you, but I'm telling you one of the funny things I use to keep myself going. I can't afford the life I want for myself. If I'm married and for my children, I can't afford it right now. Everything there's a bigger target. Forget where we are right now. For those who are married, running a family is not like a small deal, And I don't want, to be honest, I don't want that kind of small life for my family and children. There's a life I want my children to have. I know where I want them to be as they are growing up, and I know the kind of. In fact, I've described that lifestyle already, and I know I can't afford it right now. In fact, I can't even travel the whole world if I want to travel the whole world right now. I can't leave everything and start traveling. But one of the things I told myself is, once I get to a point that I can travel to like 5 countries in a month without working or doing any phone call, relaxed, and I'm still fine. I can all of my business have been taken care of, then I shouldn't stop. That's one of the things I just like a personal target for me. Until I can travel 5 countries in a month without checking my phone or making any calls or running any business again, and I'm still good, finance is good, money is coming in, other things are running well. We are impacting generations. We are traveling, not just traveling to cash cruise, but traveling to impact lives. I mean, traveling to speak in different places, just to speak to people and get them to the place they need, move them from where they are to the place they need to be in their life, and everything is still working fine. Then when we started. So, but this is on a side note anyway. But the other way that is, you need to. There's what I call, I don't know the word to use, but I just kind of funny names for this thing. I call it undivided, unprecedented. Forgive me for that word. It's a very wrong word, but I just use it sometimes myself. Is focus system. So you know where you want to be. You have a clear decision of your goal for the year, and you now wake up tomorrow and somebody will now tell you, bro, let's go and be playing FIFA, for example, FIFA game for 2 months, or let's go and be watching. I don't know. I'm just looking for stuff like that. So you just come and suggest one funny thing for you, and you just wake up and just follow the person. Like it becomes so funny, like so funny. So what I do is I narrow down everything that has to do with my goal down to the minutest of my life. I was sharing with my siblings the other day, and I told them when we were doing a video call, I told them that down to my Facebook feed, down to my Facebook feed, like Facebook, there are people that what they are posting is very powerful. Like, I mean, they are posting amazing things, wonderful content. But because their content doesn't have any value to add to me, in line with my current status, like with line with what I'm doing then, I will make sure that I'm not seeing their feed. I'll block their content from showing on my news feed. I may not unfriend them because they're my friends, they're posting reasonable stuff, but because I don't need it for that moment, I'll just unfollow them. I only put my mind on things that is either impacting me or influencing my thought process in what I'm currently working on. So I see somebody that is now posting about politics on my newsfeed, bro. I will remove you because I don't. Politics has nothing to do with what I'm working on now. I'm not trying to be a politician. I don't need the political facts. I don't have whether news or news blog handles on Instagram. All of those ones, Google, no, they're not for me. They're not for me now. I know what I want for myself. I know clearly what I want for myself. Clearly, I know what I want for myself, and I only accept information. If you're this, so somebody's coming to that, I'm giving you guys real life. Like this is a conscious something you have to do consciously. Someone called me the other day and said, Joshua, someone, in fact, let me not even talk about that one. Talk about today. I woke up this morning. Someone sent me a message. This guy has sent me a message before last year. I was like, I want to introduce you to forex. Want something about forex like that. I told him I'm not interested. Clearly, I just told him I'm not interested. Don't send me anything. I woke up this morning. The person now sent me a picture and sent me a message and I said something. He said, "You like this business?" I said, "Bro, see, I already know what I want for myself. It's not like I'm confused. I know what I want to do. I know what I'm doing. I'm clear with my goal and vision. And I don't just jump around stuff. Before I will start up anything new or start up something, it's something I've already planned. I know what I want. This is what I want. And you're disturbing me. I blocked the person this morning. I blocked the person. I mean, I blocked the person. I don't give second chance for distraction. Like I don't even accommodate it. Yeah, stopping me. Some people said, Joshua, you're antisocial. You don't like social life. I said, no, it's not a problem. I don't have a problem with that. You can call anything you want. But the main thing is, I'm achieving the goal. So I give in 100% to the goal. Sometimes we give a lot of it. Say, let me just cash fun. Let me have fun. Let me do something. Throughout 2022, 2021, that was last year, I traveled down to Lagos. People were like, oh, going down to Lagos. I went for Lagos for something. And from there, I used the opportunity to do a lot more things. I didn't go for Lagos for fun, to have one, flex and play. I knew that the goal was clear and it's yet not achieved. So there's no time for fun now. We will do fun when the time comes for us to go and rest and do all of the celebration and jump around and snap all the pictures. The time will come. But this is time for business. One of the things I told myself also, I'm telling things that keep me motivated is I told myself by the time I get, there's a particular age I told myself that by the time I get to that age, I should have stopped working up to 12 hours a day. So I have a target. So I need to do all of the work now. So by the time I hit that age, long hours of work is done for me. I have these things to achieve. So I have all this. I have things. I have investments. I have promised myself I'm going to do before I get to this age. I have things I must achieve before I get to this age. So when I wake up and it's still undone, why would I not leave it? I'm going to be doing that thing. So these are the things that shape you. So I do long-term plan, short-term plan, clear visions, clear description. I mean, detailed description of what I want, and then I stay by.
Wow. Wow. Thank you very much, sir. It's really important that we get to find out the line that God would have us go. It's really important that we find out the line of business that we are doing, the line of the goal we want to achieve, and staying focused on it. It's quite wonderful that you're able to find out the distractions. It might not go well with everybody around you, but you just have to remove all those distractions. And I think that answers the question that Victor Gilbert asked: how do you stay focused in a world with so many distractions? Of course, there are distractions here and there, but you're not meant to do everything. You're not meant to know everything. You're not meant to be everywhere. So find out your part. Find out where you are supposed to be and where you're supposed to give your impact in life, and stay focused on it. So, Joshua, we have another question that came in. Someone says he knows you do a lot. And so she's asking how you manage them without burning out, and how you stay focused on each of them, how you manage them without burning out.
So this question is very dicey. I must make a public confession right now that sometimes I burn out. I won't lie. Sometimes I burn out actually. I burn out. So don't say I don't burn out. There are times I just crash. Like, you know how the phone will just crash. My body will just crash and I'll just abandon everything. I'll just go and lie down. So last year I quite maybe stressed myself a lot. There was I think October or November or so. For 2 weeks I couldn't do any work. I didn't do any work. I didn't do any work. Or you're resting. I knew my body just told me, bro, if you continue this way, you will just fall. I just had to rest. So there's room for rest. I'm living this year. This year I made some conscious decisions to take care of my health better than I did last year. I hope I'm working towards that. In fact, I had to. There's this. I thought those in my books. There's this application I had to install on my phone that let me keep track of my daily routines. It grades me. It gives me score. In fact, I'm not doing so well with the grading right now. I'm still feeling in a couple of stuff like daily routines, not like business stuff. I mean, daily routines like number of times I have to drink water every day, number of times I have to just close my eyes and leave work, number of times I have to look out away, stuff like that, things that have to do with my mental health and all those stuff. I have to download that app for itself. So, but for the burnout stuff, I burn out sometimes, but I just take a rest. So, but one of the things that I've done over time is that I've gained sensitivity with my health. That when I notice that something is not just right in my body system, I treat whatever I need to treat. Take that time to rest and chill. Okay, so but now people say I do a lot of things. Most times I still even think whether I say myself I do a lot of things, but maybe I do a lot of things from the world perspective. But how I do that is that I plan it. So, like I told them in my boot camp is I already know what I want to become. Okay, not like I know. God knows what I want to become already. Maybe God knows perfectly more than I do. But I already have an idea of where I'm going. And I know the kind of qualities that I need to have to be where I need to be. So one of the things you see me do today is not that I just wake up and I want to do them or I just want to try some things or do some stuff. It's clearly because I know that it's going to contribute to who I need to become. Okay, so what I do is that I find a way to gain balance. So there are times, let me give you guys an example. Okay, let me give you a raw example. So this January, let me give you guys maybe another secret that some of this I don't like saying publicly. So this January is the first day of the year, is the first month of the year, and among every other plan I had, one of the major plans this month is to focus on launching my sales degree school and then focus on client project. I have a couple of client projects I'm doing. So my whole month is now revolving around this. I'm not going to have a lot of time coding per se. So what I did was I'm sharing this in publicly, maybe just to help people who are asking these questions. And what I did, because I'm a developer, and if you stop, there are some things if you stop doing, it's going to affect you. So I now set the priority. What is the greatest priority that I need for this January? The priority is January is the fresh year. It's one of the times to attract the best customers for your business and for your gain that visibility with new fresh customers. So I reserved it for customer acquisition and to launch my new make plans for the school, the sales degree school. And these are the two things on my priority list. So if for my daily to dos, Two things that are always on the priority list is customer deals and then the sales school we are building. Tell you two things on my priority list. Now, I can't spend the whole day trying to do a customer job. So some customer jobs or client job can span for 7 days. You're building up funnels for people. I'm talking about funnels or product development, can span for 7 days. And I have a team of people that work with me too. So I can do a client job, for example, I can do a client job for 2-3 hours a day. All right. I can have meetings around my companies. Of course, I have almost like everyday meetings with all of the companies I run. Those meetings are just statutory, sometimes at 9, 30 minutes, 1 hour, all of that. So I can do a client job 2 hours in a day, and the rest of the day, I'm spending the rest of the day, maybe 3-4 hours in that day, trying to work with my team in line with sales degree school that we are launching. My team's already doing some other stuff, even behind the scene. Then the rest of the time, of course, there's a room for personal development, which you don't joke with. This phone, there's a group chat I'm in because I'm in the blockchain space. There's a group chat I'm in, and they drop the people there, awesome people, they drop links to amazing content about blockchain. So every day, anytime you see me my phone, most times, not like every time, I do all that in my phone. I open the group chat, click on those links, and I read. Yesterday, I read about 5 articles on blockchain. There's a daily routine that are consistent with me, which is routines like self-development. Watch a video on YouTube, read an article, read this, read that. I keep to this thing. This is what keeps you running. This is what increases your value system, even if you are burning out or not burning out. Because if you're not refreshed with new information, you're going to become like you're going to lose your value, of course, and you're going to be behind the whole movement. The world will just be behind practically. So these are things that are consistent. Reading these articles not going to take you 5 hours or 2 hours. So I've set my major priorities: client project and self degree school. These are my for the month. If we launch self degree school, the launch phase is going to require a lot of activity for me. So we're going to keep me busy meeting on this, reviewing this paperwork. Hey, go and do this, meeting my team members, do that one, prepare this, prepare the other one, do this one, do the other one. So it's going to take a lot of time. So that's why it's like that. That's why it's structured like that. So I need to give it a lot more time for it. So that are the two things in my part. Every other thing drops. So if I have, let's say I have 10 hours every day to spend on doing what I have to do, I have to give 5 hours or 6 hours to these two prioritized things, and the rest hours to other things I need to just patch up with. So I set up these routines. Then by February, I have another cycle of things to set up as by. So I set priorities over time. So also in my weekly routines, not daily now, in my weekly, because I'm a software developer, I practice some minor projects, write a couple of codes here and there, and push. So I can do it once or twice in a week. You get what I'm saying? So that's basically how that basically how um, 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 that's basically how I do it without getting burned. So I don't do everything every time at once. So I just split this thing. So in a week, let's say for example, this week, I'm just giving you real guys real life experiences, real life application. In a week, let's say in a week, like this week now we have the admission signing up tomorrow. Throughout this week since Monday, I've been having series of meeting my team on it. With some days I spend up to 6 hours on the preparation of the sales degree program with my team. All right. And I spend maybe 2 hours doing client project, and I spend the other time resting, reflecting, reading, studying, learning new stuff, and all of that. So there are times I will also spend more. So from next week now, once the admission is up, from next week, for example, now my next week plan is to work more on content. So I'm going to start on my. I've not made any video of my YouTube. I've not made major content on my social media handles. I've not made content for a lot of places. So I'm making content for the sales degree school, making content for my YouTube channel. So you're going to be content everywhere on my different platforms. This is so when you now see Joshua's video, new videos flying everywhere, be like, oh, Joshua is doing that video. But last week, Joshua was not doing videos. Joshua was building out some of that thing. This week, I can shoot like 10 videos this week right now. Okay. I can shoot like 10 videos this week right now. And then the next 2 weeks I may not be shooting videos, I'll just keep recycling those videos. You know what I'm saying? So it's how the chain works. Set your priorities. What is the most prioritized thing? What are the things that you need to do first? What are the things you need to focus more of your time doing first? And then do those things first. So the question I always ask myself is, what is that big block that if I fall this block, it's going to help me fall down all of those other stuff. So let's say I wish there's a way to explain this. I don't have any item close by. Let's say I have this and I have another item here. If I can solve this puzzle and this falls, if I can finish this task and it falls, it's going to take down this one will take down the other one. So well, that's the priority. So let me solve the first puzzle and the other ones will be taken care of. So basically, so it will be very wrong for me now. I'm throwing content, I'm not paying attention to new customer acquisition for the year. All right, I'm not paying attention to sales degree program that we want to launch. It will make me fail in that part. So these are the highest priority. If I solve this problem, people are getting admitted into the school, customers are already there, clients' jobs are already being taken care of. I can now focus on spending a lot of time building content. In fact, one of the principles about building content is poor person doesn't make content. If you don't have money, you shouldn't be doing content. It's people that have money that should be doing content, because the time you're going to spend in recording, editing, you're not going to have customers for it. If you're showing content on social media, if you see me doing content on YouTube, nobody's paying me to do those content. Nobody's paying me to post content that will help businesses on my Instagram handle and on Facebook and all of those platforms. So why would I be spending a lot of time doing those things? Is because why I will spend a lot of time doing it is because I have something behind the scene that is recycling the money for me, getting money for me. Client job are coming in. We are building projects for people. We have our products launching out very soon. All of those things are in place. So I'll be comfortable to now focus on producing content, making videos, free videos, teaching people up and down, hosting programs up and down that I'm not being paid to do, but impacting the lives of people. So these are things you need to figure out. So you have to, at least, I need to have that comfort of personal comfort, financial comfort of affording, having money to solve major needs I have and do other things I need to do while I'm at the same time giving out value. So basically, this is some of the arithmetic. This is raw. Like I gave it to you guys raw. Like there was no quotation or giving you big grammar. This is how I plan these things, and it has really been working out for me very well. Okay, Faith, are you there? Since the network is giving a little bit issue. Okay, so basically, if you have any other question, you can ask me in the comment section. I will definitely review, answer those questions. But if you got value this night, I would like you to type "I got value" or maybe throw me the fire emoji in the comment section. I love the fire emoji. Throw me the fire emoji in the comment section. So just in case this is your first time of being on this YouTube channel, this is the YouTube channel we are streaming this video right now is GPS with Faith Mba. GPS with Faith Mba. She drops amazing content every time around around how people can become better in their Christian life and also successful in any kind of business they are doing. Finally, she has started a new series of video editing series, how you can start doing video editing with your mobile phone. She'll be bringing a lot of amazing skill development in this YouTube channel for those who are streaming on YouTube. So people are on Facebook. If you're on Facebook as well, you can drop down to YouTube channel and then subscribe as well. Like this video. After this live session, copy the link and share with your friends. Tell them to come and watch this video. I'm very sure you got value this night, and I'm sure the people you are going to share this link with will also get massive value. Do this, and then the Lord will richly bless you. But before we go this night, like it's always in my custom, I would like to pray for everybody on this course session tonight. Before Wi-Fi is getting back online, I would like to pray for people on this live call tonight. I would like to pray for you all, and not just pray for you. I would like also to um, encourage everybody watching this video right now. To be honest, you or one of the major things that is responsible for where I am right now today. In fact, the major thing that is responsible for that is God. I have carried God all through the way. I've always depended on Him. But there are days I wake up and I'll be like, God, it's not really my effort that is been doing all of these things. It's not that I'm doing the best of the best. They are just little effort we are putting in, and God is magnifying it, amplifying it for us. God factor is just principle. And I've always told God that no matter where I speak, I always tell people the honest truth. That is Him that is responsible for these things. And we give God all the glory. But I would like to encourage everybody watching me tonight, wherever you are in the universe. I'm streaming this video, and those who will be watching the playback. I would like to tell you that God Himself can multiply your little effort. There are connections that I have today and contacts that I got today that by virtue of my labor I couldn't have gotten there. There are platforms I've accessed today by the virtue of hard work I can't get them, but God made them available. In fact, God brought them on a platter of gold for me. And I will never fail to tell people that it's God that has amplified our little effort. So tonight, wherever you are listening to me right now, wherever you're watching me right now, listening to me, I would like you to believe together with me tonight. I'm going to pray for everybody watching me right now. I'm going to pray for you. My prayer tonight for you is that God will give you special grace to achieve great things that you never knew that you can achieve with your human effort this year. God is going to make you achieve them in a great grand style. Like you're going to experience a massive spiritual support, physical support. You're going to experience great support system from heaven that will make you achieve great things that merely your human efforts will not help you achieve. That's the prayer I'm going to pray for you. And I want you to take this prayer to heart because God answers prayers. As I will be praying for you, believe this prayer. Today is the 19th day of January. Just remember that on the 19th day of January, we made this prayer together and believe God for the answers. He'll be speaking to you, be directing you to things you need to do, to people you need to meet, to places you need to get to, and this result will be yours. Now, in the name of Jesus, I pray for every of our viewers around the world, those who are watching us from Nigeria and outside Nigeria, those who have listened to some of the things we have shared tonight. God, I ask that you open them up to great doors of progress. Things that their human efforts will not let them achieve, even if they work all day, every second. Let your grace multiply their little effort. Let your grace take them to places that they couldn't have even accessed by the virtue of their hard work. Let your grace make them achieve more than they even expected they could do. Let your grace amplify their efforts. God, tonight, just as you have been doing it for us, do it for them. Open them up to greater wisdom and insight, to opportunities, to solutions that will bring them to the light of financial freedom. This is my prayer for everybody watching this video and those who will be watching the playback. Lord, you know their heart desires, answer them. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Amen. All right, so before we round off, I would like to bring in Faith now. That Faith will just give us some of the last words. Welcome, Faith.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining this live session today. And I'm grateful that we got a lot of value from today's live session. Thank you so much, Joshua, for your time with us. Thank you for the lessons. Thank you for sharing life experiences. Thank you for being so open and explicit with us. And I believe that so many lives have been touched out there. So thank you all so much. And if you've not liked this video yet, please do that immediately. Please do that so that this video will reach out to many persons as well. And if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and share this video. Of course, the replay will still be on this channel. So share the video so that other persons can come and gain a lot of value. This is a value you gain free of charge. You don't pay for it. And these are life experiences, what he has done that worked for him, and that too can work for us. So I really hope we got some lessons from this live session today. Of course, we'll be inviting other persons that has done great exploits in their field to also discuss with them and for them to share how they achieved their success. So we're also waiting to hear your success story because we know that you're going to take action immediately. Everything you've learned here, you'd have to act on them. That is the difference between those that are here and those that become. They take action. Those that become, they take action immediately. They take action. So we are hoping that you take action with every single thing you've gotten from this live session, and we hope that sooner than later or someday, yes, someday we'll be able to hear your success story and you also tell others how it worked for you. So thank you so much, everyone, and we love you from the depths of our hearts, and we trust the Lord to keep strengthening us. And there was something I wanted to add before my network started disturbing and I was cut off. We that are in the medical line, we always care or pay attention to people's health. So, based on the question he was answering before I got cut off, I really want to advise that in as much as we want to achieve a lot, let's also make our time for ourselves to take care of our health. Because if we spend time working hard, not sleeping, not getting enough rest, not taking enough water, not feeding ourselves, our body very well, then we might break down along the line and won't even be strong enough to enjoy the success that we are hoping to achieve. So please take care of your health, take enough water, eat enough, take enough rest. Try and take enough rest and also spend time meditating. Meditation helps the mind, it helps your body, it helps. And always go for a medical checkup if you notice any prevention, they say or we say is better than cure. So always go for checkup once you notice that there is an abnormality in your health. Go for checkup, let them find out, let the doctors find out exactly what is wrong with you and take care of you on time so you'll be alive, strong, and healthy to enjoy your success. And the most important factor before we conclude this session is the point that God is the source of every good thing in life. Okay, Matthew 6:33 said, "Seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and every other thing shall be added unto you." So Seek first the kingdom of God, seek his righteousness, and everything shall be added to you. If you seek God, I think that is just the surest principle. And Joshua, that would have been the question I would have asked him if we were not caught, or if I was not caught off earlier. The fact that the source of our success is always from God. The source of Joshua's success is from God. The source of my success is from God. God is the giver of every good thing. He knows how to give you ideas. The Bible said that God has giving us the ability to create wealth. So he is the one that gives us the ability. He gives us the energy. He gives us the wisdom. He gives us the mind. He gives us the strength to stay through and achieve the success. So let's not stop seeking God, because when we seek the Lord, we'll find success. And yes, someone is asking, what is the name of this channel? The name of the channel is GPS with Faith Mba. GPS with Faith Mba. You can check it out. For those of us joining us from Facebook, you can check out this channel on YouTube, and please subscribe, don't forget, and share as well. We'll be having more of those live sessions with different persons that have succeeded in a different field, and I trust the Lord will make us successful as well in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, thank you so much everyone for joining this live session today. We love you, and we pray you have a wonderful night. God bless you, and bye. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Joshua, for joining. Thank you, Mrs. Nkiru, for joining. Thank you, Mommy, for joining. Thank you, Ifunanya, for joining. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, Mma. Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Christian, for joining this live session. Thank you, everyone. For those that we didn't even see, thank you so much. And keep dropping your comments, keep dropping your lessons. Joshua, are you still there? Keep dropping your lessons, keep dropping your comments, and also get ready to join us for the next live session. All right.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you
still
all so
here.
much. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. Joshua, do you have a final word before we call it a night?
Yeah, so my final word is just keep doing what you're doing. God will keep helping you. Be consistent. You might not work out the first time, but just keep doing it. God will always see you through. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, and God bless you all.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. It's a great honor having you with us in this live session. We are grateful, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. All right, let's all have a wonderful night.